Welcome everybody, Gamer King Tario here, and we've got another PlayStation Vita review. Today we're going to review Gravity Rush, which was released earlier this week. Now, Gravity Rush is one of those few new titles that actually has a lot of pressure behind it. I know a lot of individuals that have, come to me like, I'm going to get a PlayStation Vita. If Gravity Rush is good, Gravity Rush looks like the game that I'm going to get for the PlayStation Vita. Gravity Rush is what's finally going to put me over the top to get a PlayStation Vita. So there's a lot of pressure behind Gravity Rush. Does it live up to the pressure? Is it a system seller, or does it fall a little flat? Let's dig a little deeper. Gravity Rush is an open-world stylized video game that stars a young heroine named Kat, who stumbles upon a mysterious feline cat and finds out that after she's forgotten her memory that she has the ability to shift gravity and she can fly in the air and she can go almost anywhere she needs to go. Throughout all this, her good nature gets her in situation after situation as she tries to save the town from impending doom. As thin as that premise may sound, the story is actually one of the key strong points to Gravity Rush, especially the dialogue. The dialogue is generally told in excellent comic book style cutscenes before the mission takes place to set up the mission, and then you'll get an after cutscene comic book style, and it's usually filled with witty dialogue, and it makes Kat not just some faceless superhero, but you actually get to relate to her as she's a girl who's trying to do the best she can. She forgot everything she knows, and she's just trying to do the best she can to help everybody out, whether she's making the right decision or not. And you really start to pull for her. You really start to see, man, she's just doing everything she can to help everybody out, whether it's good enough or not. Graphically, Gravity Rush looks excellent. The stylized visuals really pop on the PlayStation Vita. Flying around the city is an absolute joy as you're whizzing around. The city is wide and expansive, and there isn't too much pop out, and it does kind of blur in and out when you're going really fast, but it's more than capable in the graphical department. In addition to the great graphics and solid dialogue, there's actually a ton of content here. The single player campaign is of a good solid length, and there's also a ton of side missions, usually involving fighting off enemies in a certain amount of time or doing checkpoint racing on the three-dimensional plane. All of these stuff is good and timed events, and they also add to the pick up and play ability. You can pick up, and if you don't have time to go through a full story mission, you can go and do some of these side quests, try to repeat and beat your times and get more gems, and as well as leveling up your character and just flying around the city and collecting gems to help level up your character. There's no wasted moment here. Everything you do is for a purpose. Even if you're just flying around the city, you can always collect gems that you can use to level up. Gravity Rush is not perfect, however. There are some camera issues, there are some frame rate issues, but both of those are minor. The biggest gripe of the game is the controls issues. It's hard to move Kat around. It's hard to move her with any kind of precision to where exactly you want to go in combat, and this is the main purpose of the game, so it affects almost every part of the game. It's hard to move her from spot to spot. It's hard to move her to attack an enemy exactly where you want to. If you want to pick up a box and throw it at it, it can be cumbersome. The control scheme, while adequate, is just difficult to control. It makes it very, very difficult to do anything you want to do exactly how you want to do it in the game. The developers seem to have realized that challenge without precision equals immense amounts of frustration. So the game feels relatively easy and overpowered. Anytime I was in trouble, there was always plenty of life floating around. If you got in any trouble, you could just fly out into the sky, circle around until you see some life, come back, pick it up, and then go back. The biggest challenge of the game for me was getting Kat to fly where you wanted her to fly and to hit what you wanted her to hit. After a while, it does get a little bit easier, and you do end up, being able to compensate for it. But at the same time, you never feel like you're able to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. Despite the controls, I can easily recommend Gravity Rush into any Vita owner's lineup. It's fresh, it's new, it's original, and it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. As for the people who don't own a Vita, is Gravity Rush worth picking up your Vita for? Mario 64, it ain't. But what it is another strong, great title to an already strong lineup, and it's a title that you can't play anywhere else. Well, guys, that is my review for Gravity Rush. As always, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. And please leave me comments. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know what you guys think if you got Gravity Rush, if you're thinking about picking up Gravity Rush. And let me know what you guys think. That's it. Till next time, take care. Bye.